We continue to celebrate AAPI Heritage Month here at Channel 7. Tonight, a child prodigy who has lived up to and surpassed the expectations. A young cellist of Cuban and Chinese descent. She was accepted into Juilliard when she was 10 years old. And for the past 16 years, she has toured the world, studying the greats and practicing at the world's biggest conservatories. With her story, here's Eyewitness News reporter CeFaan Kim.
Suvi Basilar speaks 5 languages fluently: English, Mandarin, Spanish, French, and German. But there is one language that is universal. She was born speaking. Music, a language she learned at 2 years old. Her father, a Cuban refugee, played the cello for her the day she came home from the hospital. It was love at first sight. When she was 10, her parents pulled her out of her New Jersey school after being bullied for her Asian heritage. That same year, she was accepted to the Juilliard School. She spent the next 16 years studying in conservatories and touring the world, but racism would follow her.
When I was 16 and I moved to Paris, I remember in my first week of school, one of the lunch ladies in the cafeteria yelled at me to go back to China. It was incredibly hurtful, and it was something that I think really, really scarred me, because after that I developed a huge fear of speaking. And so I remember for the entire 2 years of my undergrad in France, most of the other students thought I didn't speak French because they never heard me open my mouth.
And it showed up again in Berlin, this time from a leader in the industry.
People like you who come from China should consider changing your name, because we have trouble telling you apart and your names are all the same, and there are too many of you in the industry, and we don't want to promote you anymore. And I just remember going back to my hotel room and crying, and that's when I really realized I was fighting to fit into a space that didn't want to accept me.
In Europe, she wasn't fully accepted by Asian peers. As a child, she spoke predominantly Spanish, yet was ridiculed by the Latino community as well.
I felt very torn because I was sort of other, but also part of all these different groups. I'm Asian and Latina, so I was like, why one side of me doesn't even like the other side of me. I internalized being Asian as being something negative when I was really young, and it was something I really tried to hide.
She is hiding no more.